Question 1. Title examination. What is the primary purpose of a title search in the title insurance process? A. To verify the current market value of the property. B. To identify any existing liens or claims against the property. C. To determine the geographic boundaries of the property. D. To evaluate the physical condition of the property. Answer. B. Explanation. A title search's primary purpose is to identify any existing liens, judgments, or claims against the property. This process involves examining public records to ensure that the title is clear and that there are no outstanding legal issues that could affect ownership. According to Ohio law, a thorough title search is crucial for protecting both buyers and lenders from potential legal complications that may arise from prior claims or defects. Verifying the market value, geographic boundaries, and physical condition of the property, while important in real estate transactions, that are not the primary objectives of a title search. Question 2. Title insurance policies. Which of the following is a key difference between a standard title insurance policy and an extended coverage policy? A. Standard policies include coverage for zoning violations, whereas extended policies do not. B. Extended policies offer protection against defects not revealed by a public record search, while standard policies do not. C. Standard policies cover only past claims, while extended policies cover future claims as well. D. Extended policies exclude coverage for legal ownership disputes, whereas standard policies include such coverage. Answer. B. Explanation. Extended coverage policies offer protection against defects that are not revealed by a public record search, such as certain issues with title that may come up due to a lack of public record visibility. In contrast, standard policies generally cover only those defects that are visible in public records or that were known at the time of issuance. This distinction is crucial for buyers and lenders as it affects the extent of protection provided. The other options incorrectly describe the scope of coverage or exclusions between the two policy types. Question 3. Scenario-based question. MS. Garcia is purchasing a property and has just received the title report from her title insurance company. The report reveals an outstanding mortgage from a previous owner that was not properly discharged. What should MS. Garcia do next? A. Proceed with the purchase and address the mortgage issue after closing. B. Request the title insurance company to cover the mortgage amount as part of the claim. C. Negotiate with the seller to resolve the mortgage issue before proceeding with the purchase. D. Ignore the issue as the mortgage will not affect her ownership rights. Answer. C. Explanation. In this scenario, MS. Garcia should negotiate with the seller to resolve the mortgage issue before proceeding with the purchase. An outstanding mortgage from a previous owner that was not properly discharged can create a legal claim against the property. According to Ohio title insurance regulations, it is essential to ensure that all prior claims, including unresolved mortgages, are cleared before closing the transaction. Ignoring the issue or proceeding with the purchase could result in complications or legal challenges later. Requesting the title insurance company to cover the mortgage amount might be relevant for a claim but does not address the need to resolve the issue before closing. Question 4. Title insurance basics. Which of the following is true regarding the indemnity provided by a title insurance policy? A. It covers the loss of market value of the property due to title defects. B. It reimburses the policyholder for any financial loss arising from defects in the title. C. It guarantees protection against future title defects that were not known at the time of purchase. D. It provides coverage for all possible legal disputes related to the property. Answer. B. Explanation. Indemnity in title insurance refers to the reimbursement of financial loss incurred due to defects in the title that were not discovered during the title search. This means the policyholder is protected from financial loss resulting from such defects up to the policy limit. Indemnity does not cover the loss of market value of the property, future unknown defects, unless covered by an extended policy or all possible legal disputes unrelated to title issues. Question 5. Ohio specific title laws and regulations. Under Ohio law, which of the following is a requirement for title insurance companies regarding licensing? A. Title insurance companies must obtain a license from the Ohio Department of Insurance and renew it every 5 years. B. Title insurance companies must only be registered with the Ohio Secretary of State without a separate insurance license. C. Title insurance companies are exempt from state licensing if they are part of a national insurance group. D. Title insurance companies are required to have a minimum reserve fund specified by the Ohio Department of Insurance. Answer. A. Explanation. In Ohio, title insurance companies are required to obtain a license from the Ohio Department of Insurance and renew it periodically, typically every 5 years. This licensing ensures that companies adhere to state regulations and maintain financial and operational standards. Registration with the Ohio Secretary of State alone does not fulfill the insurance licensing requirements, and while reserve funds are important, they are not the specific licensing condition addressed here. Question 6. Closing and settlement procedures. What is the primary purpose of the HUD-1 settlement statement in real estate transactions? A. To provide a detailed breakdown of the purchase price and the seller's net proceeds from the sale. B. To disclose the financial terms and settlement costs associated with the closing of a real estate transaction. C. To confirm the property's appraised value and its alignment with the purchase price. D. To outline the legal terms and conditions of the real estate purchase agreement. Answer. B. Explanation. The HUD-1 settlement statement is designed to provide a detailed disclosure of the financial terms and settlement costs associated with the closing of a real estate transaction. It itemizes all charges, fees, and adjustments related to the sale and purchase of the property, ensuring transparency for both parties. The other options pertain to different aspects of the transaction that are not the primary purpose of the HUD-1. Question 7. Real estate transactions. In a real estate transaction, what is typically included in the purchase agreement? A. Only the financial terms of the transaction, excluding legal and property details. B. The agreed upon purchase price and terms, as well as details of the property and any contingencies. C. A list of the buyer's and seller's personal information without property or transaction details. D. The financing terms from the lender with no mention of the property itself. Answer. B. Explanation. A purchase agreement in a real estate transaction typically includes the agreed upon purchase price, the terms of the transaction, details about the property, and any contingencies such as inspection or financing requirements. It serves as a comprehensive document outlining the specifics of the sale and ensuring both parties understand and agree to the terms. The other options either omit essential details or focus on unrelated aspects. Question 8. Title examination. When examining the chain of title, what is the primary goal? A. To identify all parties who have previously owned the property. B. To assess the historical market value of the property over time. C. To verify that there are no gaps or inconsistencies in the ownership history. D. To determine the physical condition of the property as it relates to its history. Answer. C. Explanation. The primary goal when examining the chain of title is to verify that there are no gaps or inconsistencies in the ownership history. This ensures that the title is clear and that there are no unresolved claims or issues affecting the current owner's rights. Identifying previous owners, assessing market value, and evaluating physical condition are not the primary focus of a title chain examination. Question 9. Title insurance claims and disputes. Which of the following is a typical procedure for resolving a title insurance claim? A. The title insurance company directly pays the claim amount to the claimant without investigation. B. The title insurance company conducts an investigation to determine the validity of the claim before payment. C. The claimant must resolve the issue independently before the insurance company will consider the claim. D. The title insurance company immediately transfers the claim to a court for judicial resolution. Answer. B. Explanation. A typical procedure for resolving a title insurance claim involves the title insurance company conducting an investigation to determine the validity of the claim. This investigation assesses whether the claim is covered under the policy and verifies the details of the title defect or issue. Direct payment without investigation, requiring independent resolution by the claimant, or immediate judicial transfer are not standard practices for handling claims. Question 10. Ethical and professional standards. Which of the following best describes a potential conflict of interest for a title insurance professional? A. A professional reviewing their own work for accuracy. B. A professional providing title insurance services to a client who is also a close family member. C. A professional working with multiple clients on different transactions in the same area. D. A professional recommending a title insurance policy based on industry standards. Answer. B. Explanation. A potential conflict of interest arises when a title insurance professional provides services to a client who is also a close family member. This situation may lead to biased decision-making or perceived favoritism, affecting the objectivity and integrity of the professional's work. Reviewing one's own work, working with multiple clients, and recommending policies based on industry standards are generally not considered conflicts of interest. Question 11. Advanced topics. What is one of the emerging trends in title insurance related to technology? A. Increasing use of traditional paper documents for title searches. B. Development of digital platforms for electronic closings and title insurance issuance. C. Decrease in the use of technology for title examination processes. D. Mandatory physical inspection of properties before issuing title insurance policies. Answer. B. Explanation. One of the emerging trends in title insurance related to technology is the development of digital platforms for electronic closings and title insurance issuance. This trend reflects the industry's move towards more efficient, paperless processes that streamline transactions and enhance accessibility. The other options are outdated or contrary to the current trend of increasing technology adoption in the field. Question 12. Title insurance basics. Which of the following accurately describes the risk management approach of title insurance? A. It involves assessing and reducing the risk of financial loss by the insurer through risk pooling. B. It requires the insurer to prevent any future title defects through regular inspections. C. It entails identifying and addressing potential title issues before they affect the property owner. D. It focuses on providing indemnity only after a title defect has caused a loss. Answer. D. Explanation. Title insurance's risk management approach focuses on providing indemnity after a title defect has caused a loss. This means that the insurer compensates the policyholder for financial losses due to title defects covered under the policy. Title insurance does not prevent future defects or conduct regular inspections, but instead provides coverage and financial protection after a defect manifests. Question 13. Title examination. Which of the following best describes the role of an affidavit in curing title defects? A. An affidavit serves as a declaration of the title defect and requests the title insurance company to pay the claim. B. An affidavit is used to provide legal proof of the resolution of a title defect by a party with relevant knowledge. C. An affidavit acts as a legal document transferring ownership rights from the seller to the buyer. D. An affidavit is a financial statement detailing the cost of resolving a title defect. Answer. B. Explanation. An affidavit is used to provide legal proof of the resolution of a title defect by a party with relevant knowledge. This document can be submitted to address and correct issues identified in the title examination, such as resolving discrepancies or proving the discharge of a lien. The other options misrepresent the affidavit's role in title defect resolution. Question 14. Title insurance policies. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a standard title insurance policy? A. Unrecorded liens that were not discovered during the title search. B. Forgery or fraud related to the title documents. C. Matters that are recorded in public records but were not included in the title report. D. Claims arising from errors in the title abstract prepared by the insurer. Answer. A. Explanation. Standard title insurance policies typically exclude coverage for unrecorded liens that were not discovered during the title search. These liens are not visible in public records and thus are not covered under a standard policy. Forgery or fraud, recorded matters, and errors in the title abstract are generally covered or addressed differently. Question 15. Ohio-specific title laws and regulations. According to Ohio Revised Code, what is required for a title insurance company to maintain its license? A. Submission of annual financial statements to the Ohio Department of Insurance. B. A minimum number of active policies issued per year. C. Regular internal audits conducted by the title insurance company. D. Ongoing compliance with state regulations and renewal of the license every 2 years. Answer. D. Explanation. To maintain its license in Ohio, a title insurance company must comply with state regulations and renew its license periodically, typically every 2 years. This ensures adherence to legal and financial standards set by the Ohio Department of Insurance, submission of financial statements, issuing a minimum number of policies, and internal audits, while important, are not the specific licensing requirements. Question 16. Closing and settlement procedures. What is the purpose of the closing disclosure form in real estate transactions? A. To provide a summary of the real estate transaction's legal terms and conditions. B. To detail the final costs, fees and financial transactions associated with closing. C. To outline the seller's obligations and any pending actions required before closing. D. To confirm the buyer's mortgage approval and its impact on the purchase price. Answer: B. Explanation. The closing disclosure form is designed to detail the final costs, fees, and financial transactions associated with the closing of a real estate transaction. It provides a clear breakdown of all expenses and adjustments, ensuring transparency for both parties involved. The other options relate to different aspects of the transaction that are not covered by the closing disclosure form. Question 17. Real estate transactions. What is typically included in the deed transfer during a real estate transaction? A. A detailed description of the property's boundaries and its historical ownership. B. A summary of the financing terms and conditions agreed upon by both parties. C. The legal transfer of ownership rights from the seller to the buyer, including any encumbrances. D. A formal agreement on the sale price and payment schedule for the property. Answer: C. Explanation. A deed transfer typically includes the legal transfer of ownership rights from the seller to the buyer, along with any encumbrances that affect the property. The deed provides official documentation of the change in ownership and may also reference any existing liens or other claims. The other options describe aspects of the transaction but do not specifically address the deed transfer. Question 18. Title insurance claims and disputes. What should be the first step if a title insurance policyholder identifies a potential title defect? A. Immediately file a claim with the title insurance company without further action. B. Attempt to resolve the issue independently before informing the insurance company. C. Notify the title insurance company about the potential defect and provide relevant documentation. D. Wait until a legal dispute arises before contacting the title insurance company. Answer: C. Explanation. The first step for a title insurance policyholder who identifies a potential title defect is to notify the title insurance company and provide relevant documentation. This allows the insurer to investigate the issue and determine whether it is covered under the policy. Attempting to resolve the issue independently or waiting for a legal dispute are not recommended steps and may complicate the claims process. Question 19. Ethical and professional standards. What is a primary ethical consideration for a title insurance professional when dealing with confidential client information? A. Sharing client information with industry peers for networking purposes. B. Ensuring that all client information is securely stored and only accessible to authorized personnel. C. Discussing client details in public areas to facilitate informal consultations. D. Using client information for personal gain or to influence other business decisions. Answer: B. Explanation. A primary ethical consideration is ensuring that all client information is securely stored and only accessible to authorized personnel. This protects client confidentiality and complies with privacy regulations. Sharing information with peers, discussing details in public, or using information for personal gain violates ethical standards and legal requirements. Question 20. Advanced topics. How are emerging trends in environmental issues affecting title insurance for commercial properties? A. By reducing the need for environmental assessments as part of the title insurance process. B. By increasing the coverage limits for environmental contamination claims in policies. C. By making it mandatory to include environmental risk assessments in the title examination process. D. By decreasing the emphasis on environmental issues in title insurance policies for commercial properties. Answer: C. Explanation. Emerging trends in environmental issues are making it mandatory to include environmental risk assessments in the title examination process for commercial properties. This ensures that potential environmental hazards are identified and addressed as part of the title insurance coverage. Increasing coverage limits or reducing the need for assessments are not aligned with current industry practices. Question 21. Title examination. Which of the following is a common defect found during a title examination? A. A notarized affidavit of identity. B. A properly executed release of lien. C. An outstanding mortgage that has not been properly satisfied. D. A recorded warranty deed with clear title. Answer: C. Explanation. A common defect found during a title examination is an outstanding mortgage that has not been properly satisfied. This issue indicates that the mortgage has not been fully paid off or legally released, which can affect the title. A notarized affidavit of identity, a properly executed release of lien, and a recorded warranty deed with clear title generally do not constitute defects. Question 22. Title insurance policies. Which of the following endorsements typically provides additional coverage for zoning issues? A. ALTA 9. B. ALTA 22. C. ALTA 27. D. ALTA 34. Answer. B. Explanation. The ALTA 22 endorsement provides additional coverage for zoning issues, ensuring that the property complies with zoning laws and regulations. The ALTA 9 endorsement covers access and easements. ALTA 27 provides coverage for encroachments, and ALTA 34 is a general form of endorsement not specific to zoning. Question 23. Ohio-specific title laws and regulations. Under Ohio law, what is required for the title insurance company to process a claim? A. Submission of a copy of the property's deed to the Ohio Department of Insurance. B. Proof of payment of the title insurance premium in full. C. A detailed description of the defect and all supporting documentation must be submitted to the insurer. D. A legal opinion from a licensed attorney regarding the validity of the title defect. Answer. C. Explanation. To process a claim under Ohio law, the title insurance company requires a detailed description of the defect along with all supporting documentation. This helps the insurer evaluate and address the claim accurately. Submitting a copy of the deed, proof of premium payment, or a legal opinion are not typically requirements for processing a claim. Question 24. Closing and settlement procedures. What is the primary purpose of the HUD-1 settlement statement? A. To detail the final title search results and any discovered defects. B. To provide a summary of all closing costs, fees, and financial transactions associated with the property sale. C. To outline the specific terms of the mortgage agreement between the buyer and the lender. D. To document the transfer of ownership and record the new deed with local authorities. Answer. B. Explanation. The HUD-1 settlement statement's primary purpose is to provide a summary of all closing costs, fees, and financial transactions associated with the property sale. It ensures transparency and clarity in the final financial dealings of the transaction. The other options relate to different aspects of the real estate process. Question 25. Real estate transactions. In a refinancing transaction, which of the following documents is typically required to clear existing liens? A. A new purchase agreement detailing the refinancing terms. B. A satisfaction or release of lien document from the current lender. C. An updated title insurance policy reflecting the new mortgage amount. D. A revised closing disclosure form including the refinancing details. Answer. B. Explanation. In a refinancing transaction, a satisfaction or release of lien document from the current lender is required to clear existing liens. This document proves that the previous lien or mortgage has been paid off and is no longer a claim against the property. The other documents listed do not directly address the clearance of existing liens. Question 26. Title insurance claims and disputes. When a title insurance claim involves a defect not covered by the policy, what is the insurer's typical response? A. Deny the claim and provide a detailed explanation of the policy exclusions. B. Offer to negotiate a settlement with the policyholder to resolve the issue. C. Automatically transfer the claim to a legal team for further investigation. D. Refund the premium paid by the policyholder without addressing the defect. Answer. A. Explanation. When a title insurance claim involves a defect not covered by the policy, the insurer typically denies the claim and provides a detailed explanation of the policy exclusions. This ensures that the policyholder understands why the claim was denied based on the terms and conditions of the policy. Negotiation, automatic transfer to legal teams, or refunding the premium are not standard responses for uncovered claims. Question 27. Ethical and professional standards. What is a primary concern for title insurance professionals to ensure compliance with legal and regulatory requirements? A. Keeping client records updated and accessible to all staff members. B. Regularly reviewing and adhering to changes in relevant laws and regulations. C. Utilizing client information to enhance the company's marketing strategies. D. Providing recommendations for property purchases based on personal biases. Answer. B. Explanation. A primary concern for title insurance professionals to ensure compliance with legal and regulatory requirements is regularly reviewing and adhering to changes in relevant laws and regulations. This helps maintain adherence to legal standards and protects both the company and clients. Updating records, using information for marketing, or providing biased recommendations do not directly address regulatory compliance. Question 28. Advanced topics. How is technology influencing title insurance practices, specifically with closing? A. By eliminating the need for any physical documentation in the closing process. B. By simplifying the documentation process and allowing for remote verification of signatures. C. By reducing the importance of title insurance policies in transactions. D. By increasing the reliance on manual processing and traditional closing methods. Answer. B. Explanation. Technology is influencing title insurance practices through closing by simplifying the documentation process and allowing for remote verification of signatures. This modern approach streamlines the closing process, enhances efficiency, and reduces the need for physical documentation. The closing does not eliminate the importance of title insurance or increase reliance on manual methods. Question 29. Case studies and practical applications. In a case where a title defect was discovered after closing but was not covered under the policy, what is the most appropriate action for the title insurance company? A. Inform the policyholder that the defect will not be covered and offer no further assistance. B. Investigate the claim to determine if there was an error in the title examination process. C. Immediately issue a new policy to cover the defect discovered after closing. D. Refund the policyholder's premium and dismiss the claim. Answer. B. Explanation. If a title defect is discovered after closing and is not covered under the policy, the most appropriate action for the title insurance company is to investigate the claim to determine if there was an error in the title examination process. This helps ensure that the policyholder's concerns are addressed and that any potential issues with the title search or examination are reviewed. Simply informing the policyholder of non-coverage or issuing a new policy without investigation is not a standard practice. Question 30. Practical exercises. When drafting a title insurance policy, what key elements must be included to ensure comprehensive coverage? A. Detailed description of the property, the policyholder's obligations, and an outline of all potential defects. B. A clause detailing the policy limits, exclusions, and specific endorsements applicable to the property. C. A summary of the title search results and any discrepancies found during the examination. D. A general statement of coverage with no specific details about the property or potential risks. Answer. B. Explanation. When drafting a title insurance policy, it is crucial to include a clause detailing the policy limits, exclusions, and specific endorsements applicable to the property. This ensures that the coverage is comprehensive and clearly outlines what is included and excluded. A detailed property description or summary of search results, while important, does not replace the need for clear coverage terms and endorsements.